les faiblesses les plus récurrentes, c'est de vouloir paraître moderne. C'est-à-dire, j'ai horreur des groupes de rock qui vont mettre un instrument traditionnel et qui ne savent pas le jouer. Et l'inverse aussi, je veux dire un groupe de musique traditionnelle qui va se mettre à mettre des samples, à se servir d'un clavier pas possible et tout, qui ne savent pas le faire, je trouve ça stupide. Donc ces groupes-là, c'est ceux-là que je vais un peu rejeter parce que pour pouvoir faire moderne, on met ci, on va mettre un... Voilà, ça je trouve ça idiot, quoi.
Est-ce que le visuel a une importance aussi pour les groupes?
Oh oui, bah déjà, oui, l'objet 10, malgré que moi je suis de la génération quand même qui est connue quand même les 33 tours, donc la pochette d'un 30 cm reste toujours magique. Là on est sur un petit carré, mais quand même oui, le packaging est important. Je préfère des fois un disque juste dans une petite pochette, même ça, sans être dans un boîtier cristal. C'est vrai que le boîtier cristal c'est froid et tout. Donc toute la démarche, des fois il y a de la petite doc qui va avec, le discours, comment c'est écrit, ça c'est important, il n'y a pas besoin de tartine, mais voilà, on sent qu'il y a une envie, le travail en équipe aussi, j'aime bien quand il y a un graphiste, quand il y a un photographe, quand il y a toute une petite équipe derrière, on sent que ça peut faire bouger les choses et que c'est créatif. Quand c'est le mec qui a tout fait tout seul, ça peut être rigolo. Moi j'en connais un ou deux en France qui font tout seul, leur pochette même cousue à la main et tout, donc là on est dans un autre monde, c'est rigolo. Donc ouais, le packaging, le design, la démarche, le discours, justement que plus le discours est pompeux, plus ça m'énerve. On écoute, mais on a envie d'avoir des renseignements sur le pourquoi du comment, simplement la démarche artistique. Pas qu'il nous explique comment on doit trouver l'œuvre. On va la trouver tout seul.
Les gros défauts, c'est d'insister trop. C'est-à-dire C'est vrai que c'est pas facile quand c'est terrible même quand tu es artiste, musicien, d'essayer de faire écouter ta musique à des maisons de disques ou à des radios. Il y a un côté où tu as l'impression que les gens ne répondent pas, que c'est insupportable, etc. Bon. Et tu peux être sollicité et trop sollicité par la même personne qui peut t'envoyer un mail et puis un deuxième, puis un troisième, et dire mais vous répondez et s'énerver. Ça peut être un défaut en fait. Malheureusement, je suis désolé, mais il faut comprendre, faut que l'artiste comprenne que le quotidien d'un directeur de label, c'est de passer beaucoup de temps sur les artistes qui existent déjà, sur plein de projets. Et donc le temps est un peu compté et c'est vrai qu'on n'est pas là tous les jours à écouter des nouvelles choses. Donc bon. Ça peut être un défaut, c'est d'insister trop dès le début et ça peut te faire un peu reculer avant même d'écouter, quoi.
The band expectations need to be realistic. In a way, often bands think within the first tour or within, okay, we've signed with a European agency, our life is made. But that's only the very first step. It's fine and it's very important to be passionate about your music and to do what you love, but that's only one side. Touring and performing, it's a business. Yeah, you need to be professional, you need to be focused on your work, you need to be on time, you need to, flights have to be caught, show times have to be respected. And that's a learning process. If that is not there, if the band doesn't have that mindset that yes, it's our passion, but it's also our business, then the whole model doesn't work. Because people are paying money to see them, there's contracts based on all this, and these deals have to be honored, they have to deliver what they've promised. So it's an important factor. And usually each band needs, it's an old concept, but each band needs something like a unique selling point. They need something that sets them apart from all the other bands, because there is a flood of bands out there. Yeah. It can be random, for example, Gurumul, who's like the most famous Aboriginal singer from Australia right now. He's blind Aboriginal singer. That's something people listen to. Or last night you had a showcase, Haitian voodoo with a modern twist. That's something like people will pay attention to that. If you just say, oh, I sound like that other band from Mali, or I sound like, I'm also doing Scottish folk, you need something a little bit special to capture the attention, to get the media to write about you, to get a somewhat, because world music has been around for a long time now also. People are a little bit jaded, so you need something special these days to still capture them, without creating some fake story. Is my opinion. It's the world music industry. It's about authenticity. It's about real musicians doing real things. It's not the pop music industry where you have scripted characters and 20 people writing one song and fake personas. It needs to be, you know, it needs to be you. It needs to be your authentic music and your character, and then it will work.
Ben, il y a déjà des fois des différences un peu culturelles même, on va dire, ou des différences de public. Nous sommes un événement qui accueille une centaine de pays, mais nous sommes quand même un événement qui se passe en Europe. Et parfois, les moyens de communication sont différents entre différents continents. Donc, un matériel de promotion qui va bien marcher en Caraïbes, en Afrique ou en Asie va peut-être pas être celui, ou en visuel, va pas forcément être celui qui va interpeller un programmateur ou un public européen. Donc ça peut des fois parfois avoir une certaine influence, mais souvent les artistes ne sont pas jugés à leur visuel, on va dire, en tant que tel. En revanche, ce qui est extrêmement important, ce sont les vidéos. Et ça, c'est vraiment quelque chose qui est absolument fondamental dans le processus de sélection. Si le jury ne vous a jamais vu, votre musique les interpelle, la première chose qu'il va vouloir voir, c'est une vidéo en live. Et une vidéo qui n'a pas forcément besoin d'être une vidéo faite avec des moyens techniques extrêmement développés, mais une vidéo qui dit en 5 minutes, voilà ce qu'on fait sur scène et c'est nous sur scène. Et ça, c'est extrêmement important, avec une qualité de son à peu près correcte. Parce que certaines vidéos que nous recevons, le son est catastrophique. Et de tous les continents. Là, ce n'est pas spécifique à un continent. On reçoit des vidéos de groupes européens qui sont absolument catastrophiques aussi. Enfin, c'est extrêmement important parce qu'il faut attirer l'attention du jury en peu de temps. Et c'est une carte de visite, la meilleure carte de visite qu'on puisse faire. Bon, on peut effectivement faire des belles biographies, etc. C'est important de donner des informations sur l'histoire du groupe. Mais un petit bout de vidéo live, on dit 20 fois plus que tout le reste.
I mean, a really common problem, and it's a very easy one to solve, is CDs will just arrive without any information with them, so no information about who the person is, contacts, photos, all those things we need in a magazine, and it's no good just thinking that the music is enough. You've got to sell the music, and you know, you think my music should speak for me. I'm afraid it needs more than that, because most people haven't got time to listen to a CD that doesn't say clearly what it is, what it represents, and what the art, you know, who and what the artist is saying. So the first thing is you know, make the package, make it easy for the publication, the magazine, to deal with it. Then the weakness is often, I think the Western audience is less interested in a lot of the elements that perhaps make the music more attractive at home. So I've heard too many bands in Africa that just go down a rap hip-hop formula. And of course, the story behind rap and hip-hop is really interesting. You know, they're important messages, but for a Western audience, if you don't understand the language, if you're not a Swahili speaker or a Wolof speaker, or whatever language the rap is being sung in, it's perhaps less interesting. You know, musically, it's probably less interesting than something much more traditional. And I think the rap bands that have done well in the West are bands that have combined a strong message with a powerful performance, and also included some more traditional elements. So say, you know, a Wolof rapper who also has a tama drum playing with them, much more interesting than somebody who's just using electronic beats and maybe a keyboard.
What kind of weakness do I experience when I receive promotion material is that most of the times it's very unprofessional. Means the videos I get are really bad quality. Rather have a cappella acoustic video just with your voices instead of putting up something with a handy video from a little, smartphone far away on a stage in Africa. Rather make something, close a cappella, for example. Make something different out of it. And often I get emails, they don't even have links. These people expect me to find them on the internet just putting their name. I mean, hello? I don't have time to look for this. They don't have websites yet. They don't have YouTube channels. They don't have Facebook pages. It's, you need to create the package first and work on your presentation. Even a nice PDF. You can see that some people made some efforts to think about to do something. It doesn't have to be, the high-class profile yet, because of course you need then strong partners to develop this, an image, really professional videos. But please show us that you, have ideas, that you are burning for it, that you want to do this, and be creative, And you have other young people in your universities and fields around you, who might be able to shoot a little video for you and do something, or make a little interview, introduce yourself.
I think that, it's kind of the things you would expect. Poor presentation of materials, unprofessional, presentation. Production quality can be really, really bad. Not having done their own work on social media, doing the things that they can do to reach audiences through the tools that are available to any independent artist before they're signed to a label. So basically demonstrating that they've done their homework, that they know who I am as a label and what I can do for them, and that they understand what the international market is looking for. If not them, then having a working relationship with a manager or somebody who does understand that market. So there are often artists that I'll sign. They may not personally have those tools, but they're working with somebody as a manager who does have those tools and can help them utilize those tools.
Well, sometimes only having a CD. A CD is very artificial. You can really work on it and invite guest artists, and so a CD is not so important. I have to see a live video, for example. So I would advise African artists, upcoming artists, to make their own showcase. Everybody wants to play here in Womex or whatever showcase festival, but you can make your own showcase on YouTube. So if you are a group from Ghana and you play in Ghana, film it and look for a good filmer and good sound, and make a YouTube film to promote yourself. That's very important.
Most of the time, actually, we see that the photos are not really good, and especially if nobody knows you, then a really good photo, an attractive photo, a photo that is like taking your attention. I mean, from people walking by, a poster, or seeing you in a newspaper. This is actually the most important thing, because this is the first thing people that don't know you see when they go through the city or when they open the newspaper, seeing what's going on, who is coming to town. And this is something that artists really should take care of, to have a very good, attractive picture or a few that can be used here.
Weaknesses are a little bit what we've talked about before, that for us to be successful as a booking agent, we need a professional team in place. There needs to be harmony and understanding inside the band. Best case scenario, they already have an experienced manager, they already have a label, and they already have an album released into the market. Because without that market awareness, usually for us, it'll take 2 to 3 years to break an artist into that market. That means 2 to 3 years where the artist needs to understand that there's not going to be a lot of money. They're not going to make a loss, best case scenario, we're going to break even, but it can take, for us, it can take up to 3 years to break a band and to get that awareness in the market, for them to tour, to have the bigger festivals, to actually generate some income for everybody. And that's an investment. That's an investment from our side, because we're, any time that we allocate to one artist we're not working on another artist. So it's an investment from us, it's an investment from the artist, saying, okay, that's what it's going to take to make this dream happen. And that's often not easy to understand for an artist, for a struggling artist, which most of them are.